are conversations that shape how we live, conversations that help us navigate challenges of life, conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Globe.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
Hello and welcome back to Benjamin Zulu Show. My name is Sylvia Kerimi and today we have a very thrilling conversation, and this takes me straight to a read. I want to start with a read today before I can engage Benjamin Zulu on this one, because I know everybody is really waiting. Now let me break the ice with a read from Lasting Love, written by Benjamin Zulu, and it goes by: sometimes you may come out of an abusive relationship, either with a partner or with your parent, but you find yourself obsessing over everything you went through. You study emotional abuse, you research narcissism, and you gallop everything you can find about financial abuse and manipulation. You think you're doing this to understand what happened and find closure, when in fact you're experiencing a phenomenon called emotional devastation. This is what follows when you're rocked by so much pain and chaos that you become disoriented, much like the aftermath of a storm in a previously beautiful garden. I don't want to read all of it because I want people to get this book and get all the information about this book. And now this read takes me to today's conversation on what to do after a heartbreak. That's what we have for you. And we are waiting.
And you know, the heartbreak is a composite term for a lot of experiences. And we may feel unheard when people just say, oh, it's just heartbreak. Okay, everybody has been through one, you know, get over it. It's part of life.
Yeah.
You know, so let's first of all dissect, or rather replace that word heartbreak with other more accurate experiences.
Like?
Unfair betrayal. You gave your all and somebody woke up and just rose up and walked away casually.
Yes.
Carrying your everything. Your years of investment, your reputation, your money, your feelings, your DNA even. Sometimes you get children with people and they, you know, sometimes you're heartbroken on behalf of the kids who are suffering in between, you know. So what we're calling heartbreak today, we are sorry, because it may not even capture what it means to you. For some people, it's just that unfair betrayal. Other people, it's irreconcilable disorganization. Somebody sinks the ship mid-sea.
Oh yeah.
You had taken off, packed to everything, we are doing life now, and when we are somewhere in our voyage, the idiot starts sinking.
Yeah.
And when people begin doing these things, they become just selfish and uncaring, so they don't care how it's affecting you.
Yes.
You get over it, you know.
You'll get over it.
You know?
Yeah.
So it could be somebody disorganized your life in a way that you cannot recapture it as it was before them. It could be that the person betrayed you to people you can't replace, relatives, friends of many years. Somebody could have gone behind your back to just contaminate relationships that have lasted for 20 years.
Yes.
Relationships just to misconstrue. You know, when you're intimate with a person, you become very vulnerable, and the things you say somebody can misconstrue to another person.
Yes.
And cook a story here that you cannot get away from.
Yes.
Because you are saying these things in the context of trust, in the context of intimacy, in the context of many nuances. Partners have many nuances that outsiders may not understand.
Yes.
I can easily record when you say something and say, look how she judges you by the back. When actually it was not judging. It's how free we are.
Yes.
And the nuances.
Yeah.
So because of how much intimately exposed you are to them, they can choose to destroy a relationship with your mother. And you may never recover that.
Yeah.
Because they get a phone recording of you talking, and nobody captures what the whole conversation.
Yes.
And they give to your mother.
It's just the bad part.
Yes. The part that is just misconstrued.
Yeah.
And this day of AI, they can just get your face and place it on anything.
Yes. They can even alter the voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nowadays, so what we are calling heartbreak, we are sorry. It's limitation of language. We're talking about that unfair pain.
Yes.
We're talking about that injustice. We're talking about that inhumane. When you have trusted with your heart, your all, and both of you are in that place are just pure, peaceful, and angelic. You're in that place of trust and childlike vulnerability.
Yeah.
When you have built something that is just so special, you're each other's best friend, each other's everything.
Yes.
And then success comes or other things, you are doing well, or you're even the envy in your circles. People see you as very happy. And then out of nowhere, you see this person spoil this for a very dirty thing, a mistake that doesn't even help them.
That doesn't make sense.
You know?
Yeah.
And you feel both disappointed, frustrated, angry.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And you can find yourself, your mind racing constantly, and you can become psychotic. You can lose yourself.
Yeah.
Today we are addressing this pain to help you. We are not saying now that you're stuck, unable to move forward, you are weak. When an accident happens, people are not hurt the same way.
Yes.
People, the impact affects people differently. Depending on the speed you are moving, or whatever hit you, or whatever position. Heartbreaks are like a crash. Nobody can tell you, me, I got over in 1 week, it's sort of over. Some people don't survive.
Yeah.
Others survive with little.
Yeah.
Others need a lot of medication. Others need a lot of rehabilitation and occupational therapy.
Yeah.
Give yourself the room to be real after you have been hurt. Stop copy pasting what society thinks you should be over by it. You should be over it now.
Yeah.
Stop copy pasting it. But again, we are trying to help you not to sink there. Because if you help the pain, it will take you away. Sometimes you can help the pain to take you away.
By concentrating on that?
Yes. That lady I was telling you was brought to hospital. You know, calling Alphonse.
Yes. Yeah.
And she's in a psychotic daze.
Yes.
And all she's calling is Alphonse.
The ex now.
Yes. And I think they were even married or something. There was something. They were together. An accident happened and Alphonse did not survive. This was a sad case. But the doctor said something that I thought explains a lot of problems we go through. I said, lady, you're going to choose between Alphonse and life.
Wow. Okay.
If you don't let go of those who left, you will follow them.
Sure.
If you align with pain, you follow it.
Yes.
It will exit you before your time. I want to tell you today, what we are going to teach you is how to wrestle.
Yes.
How to use your willpower to wrestle the gravity of injustice. Because the gravity of injustice and fairness takes you to self-pity and discouragement.
Yeah.
I hope you know the most volatile feeling is self-pity.
Yes.
You can think of the time they ate your food in class 3 and you cry. Today.
That's so true.
You can think of a day.
Yeah.
They ate your lunch. 25, class 3.
Yeah. Many years ago.
And you will cry.
Yeah.
Your tears will, and you can't tell people what you are crying for.
Yeah.
It's a very long time thing.
Yeah.
Self-pity is a very powerful portal to discouragement, feeling sorry for yourself, and self-indulgent feelings. So if you sit there saying, why me? I was just sincere. Why me? Why me? Why me?
Yes.
You can stay there for 10 years, 20 years, 30. Actually, your life can get... You remember the cassette that would play and then it is not moving forward. They used to use those.
Yes.
And it's just repeating one thing, repeating one thing, repeating one thing. Sometimes your life can get stuck like that. So we are not underestimating in any way how much disorganized, how unfair and inhumane it was, and how deeply invested you are.
Yes.
We are discussing about, hopefully, people who are doing things at the right time of life. If you're being swindled because of your own naivety,
Yes.
because you're trusting strangers, because you're too soft-headed, you're rushing into romance and other things before you even learn life.
Yes.
We can't help you. You should just grow up. You have chosen to grow through the school of hard knocks.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your graduation.
Hard truth.
Congratulations. You have nothing else to help you with.
Yes.
Many of these young people who say, heartbroken, and then you just trusted foolishly. You don't even have life. You can't even face life.
Yes.
Sometimes they even manipulate you by telling you they feel suicidal. You know?
And people are using that a lot nowadays.
A lot, you know. You can't even tell who is sincere.
Exactly.
People want your attention to guilt trip you into giving them your time.
Yeah.
your attention and all that. We are not saying sometimes people don't feel hopeless. There legitimately people feel at the wit end. But we're just saying nowadays with all this social media, romance being peddled as if it were the go-to thing. We have a lot of young people in particular who cannot handle anything when the breaking of a glass. They're going to get their hearts broken. And they cannot handle a breaking glass. They're getting their hearts broken. If you mention patience for pre-25, telling them don't date until you're 25, focus on life, they scream, they make noise. Because the world is telling them age doesn't matter, so they can come and be eaten. The predators want them confused. It's easier to fish in a troubled sea. They're troubling the water so they can fish there because you don't know left or right. They tell you life is chaotic, it's all guesswork, so that you can open yourself to anything and they eat you easily. I just want you to know that that is what is going on. That is actually what is going on. When we captured that clip, we were discussing one of the universities, telling them that most people who wake up to what they want in life will regret if they dated before they were 25. People came there saying, I'm married at 19, I don't care. And I told them, they say I'm happy. I tell them happiness is relative. Somebody who just wanted marriage, even 23 is very late. You should have married at 13. If marriage is all your life was about, marry as soon as your body can handle it. What are you even waiting for? So I tell them we are discussing those who want life in fullness, and marriage is only one of the things they want. They also want money, they also want freedom, they also want to live large, they also want to actualize their gifts, they also want to affect their generation with their gifts, they also want purpose, destiny, calling, they also think about their creator, they also think if you are this person who wants all of life, you're going to take time to prepare. You're not going to jump into join your life with someone before you even know who you are. So if you're getting heartbroken because of stupidity and impatience, sorry, this is not for you. Get out of this conversation. We want to talk about mature people.
It's getting hot.
Because they're likely to start comforting themselves. Imagine he did this when I was in college, when I did. Nobody should be. That's not dating. So we're talking about somebody who was sincerely invested. And sincerely grown. And they brought their everything. What should you do if it broke apart and you don't have a way, you've not found a way out? Today I want to tell you some of the key things you can use to crawl out.
Yes, tell us.
Today I want to tell you how you can crawl out of that thing, because it gets tiresome. There's nothing else you can do with yourself. You can't even imagine anything. You can't even be creative at work.
Everything just sinks.
You go back to bare minimum. You start barely getting by. Barely getting by, mentally absent, and moving in the vectors. You know the vectors, right angles? There's no flexibility to your life anymore. You just go to work, come back home, and you sit at the same place, you think about it for 4 hours.
Think about the same thing.
You can hardly eat, hardly take care of yourself. You just isolate. Self-pity isolates you. Discouragement, depression isolates you. You isolate. You don't talk to people. You shut down your phone. You hide, and you retreat. Also, we are also discussing people break your heart and you have not yet parted ways. You know that's possible? People can shatter your life, but you're still together, technically. But you're no longer together.
And I know most people are waiting to hear about that part.
So don't imagine that we are talking about a person who you can see. Sometimes you can see them there. And they become a reminder for everything. You know, you're trying to see them in a new light. When you've always seen them this way, as your friend, now you realize you didn't have a friend anyway. You are deceived.
And you've wasted a lot of time.
You know? And you rotate between fury, that anger that is excessive. Or you rotate between confusion, bargaining, you know, and paralysis. Even sometimes you don't know what you should do, what you should not do. The first thing I want you to do when these things happen is to remember your other goals outside of love. Take your mind to other things you wanted to do with your life, apart from love life. Love life is an envelope, or a ship, or a carriage that you bring all of your life there. But there are things you wanted with your life that you can carry out, even when this love is troublesome. Remember your career.
You focus on other things first.
Just remember what else you wanted. Who else you wanted to invite to inspire? What kind of money you wanted to build? Who finds you inspiring when you encourage them? What other aspects of life? That time, because of your weighed down with discouragement, you're not excited to try things.
Yes, definitely. Energies are low on everything.
But we are using willpower to direct your mind is like a torch. It illuminates whatever you direct it to. It makes it brighter, more visible, more present. Remember that?
Yes.
Your mind is only a tool, but it's a very powerful tool. It's like a big torch. What you focus on becomes more visible, more present, more enlightened. So now we are moving this torch to something else.
Yes. Oh, I get it now practically.
Yeah. Now we are moving it because we have been illuminating the injustice and unfairness, how just wrong it is, how hurting it is, and we're being, all that pain has been very magnified, very present, very strong.
Yeah.
Now just tilt the torch slightly and go to music. Not sad music.
Yes.
Don't just bring music that is sinking you, Syria, machozi higher.
Keeping you there.
Don't just take to. I want songs you like to play, the things you like to do.
That can make you vibrant.
Yes, other things that usually give you energy in life.
Yeah.
They are not easy to remember. You really have to think. You really have to peruse and check what you used to write about.
Yes.
You might even go to have to read your own articles.
Yeah.
To read your own quotes.
Yes.
To remember yourself.
Yes.
Sometimes you need to remember, to mind yourself who you are.
Yeah.
And to remind yourself, check when you are when you are yourself. How do you talk? Then the energy will come back.
Yes.
And the fun thing is, when you go back to engage there, you'll another spring of a different energy. You begin another spring of a different energy, and you feel another positive vibe coming from that direction.
Yes.
It could be a simple thing like the way you like to sell. Some people just enjoy selling, and they may call up a friend and say, "Give me something I sell. Just miss selling.
Yes.
What do you have in stock? Okay, let me see." You move things. There's something we call selling by consignment, where it's not your things.
Yes.
You sell and you're given your cut.
Yeah.
And some people are very gifted in selling. They don't need to own the stock.
Yeah. And people are making money, actually. Yeah.
Have you noticed that if you go to the car market, some guys will sell you the car you want, even if they don't want it. They don't have it.
They don't have
They
it.
make sure you get it.
Yes.
They're so networked.
Yeah.
They will finally take you a very far away place, and you get the car you're looking for.
Very simple.
And you wonder what is the benefit. They're given their cut.
Yes.
So many people, they
Yeah.
just enjoy selling. So let's imagine you are in that deep place, and you always sell houses, and it gives you fun.
Yes.
Even if you don't have houses in your portfolio,
Yes.
you go check your friends. What are you selling? Give me photos.
Okay.
I'm bringing people to see. Finally, in a month, you sell it, and you feel by the time you realize it, I've talked to new people, made some money, you know.
Yeah.
And somehow your life has moved.
It's now moving.
It's not stuck as it were before. That place is too painful,
Yes.
but you're not staying there as long.
Yeah.
All right? This takes effort. This takes consciousness. To remember what else gives you life. To remember what else brings you up. To remember what else gives you meaning.
Yes.
Gives you connectedness to life. What happens with death is that death is a detachment from everything that is living, and taking you farther away to lesser energy until you are a cadaver, no longer moving.
Yeah.
So life is, I came that they might have life and have it more abundantly. What did our Lord say? Can life be abundant or scarce? I thought life, you're either alive or dead. Apparently, no.
Yeah.
He said you should have abundance of life. What is that? Vibrancy, variety, joy. You know, all those gifts, all those love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, all that fulfilling package.
Yes. Made for you.
So remember other things that are part of the package of your life. When you meet people who don't have a lot of life, they're also boring. Very soon you realize they don't have any new adventure.
Yeah.
They can't excite you. People just live monotonous. They don't have creativity, don't have fun, don't have jokes, don't
They're
know
just
how to
living.
So you can't converse anything. The moment you finish the project, you're working together in the team project. They can't even play.
Yes. They're done.
They are no clue about games.
Yes.
They're not interested about anything.
Even when you're playing, they're seated.
There's no fullness of life.
Yes.
You feel monotonous.
Yes.
So we usually say mono means one. This is boring. One.
Yeah.
Can you bring variety?
Oh.
You know?
Yeah, one is boring.
So get another thing, because this one has collapsed. What else in your life? Apart from this romance, what else in your life used to give you joy?
Yes.
For many people, it will be a hobby that makes them lose themselves. It may be singing, maybe dancing, maybe playing a game, maybe online writing, maybe counseling somebody, maybe inspiring somebody, maybe selling something.
Yeah.
Everybody will have something besides this.
Yes.
That if they take themselves there, time flies.
Yeah.
The first few steps, you will drag yourself. Let me tell you the truth, you will drag yourself.
Yes.
So Sylvia, understand this rule and it will help you. You will not always be motivated. What I'm telling you today will not, you can't wait for inspiration. Yeah, I feel like doing it now. No,
It's not like a start button.
C.S. Lewis
and go.
said, when you're naive, you think you get a feeling, then you do the action.
Okay.
When you grow up, you realize there's another agent you never thought about called thoughts. Your mind is usually the controller, but it is in the background. It's hidden in your head. You can't see the activity of the mind, so you tend to overlook it.
Yes.
Feelings are very present and activity is very physical. But the software, the operating system is quiet, but it is the one that is controlling everything. So he said, if you don't feel excited, learn to do the following. Think about what you need to do, then just reverse the order. Previously, you needed to feel, then act. Right now, just think, act, and then the feeling will usually follow.
Oh.
And I want you to go and prove that. Excitement can come after you've done the thing.
Yes.
It can naturally come.
Come. After.
Yes. But if you are very childish and naive, you always wait for the excitement.
The excitement first.
How will you go? The solution is you will not always feel you not always feel motivated, so must learn to be always disciplined. Self-discipline just means self-navigating without the hype.
Yes.
In fact, one sign of maturity is when you do what you need to do even when there is no fun. You just need to do what you need to do. Just show up. Imagine if your doctor said, today I'm not in the mood. I'm not coming.
Yes.
Imagine if the pilot say,
Today I don't feel
unfortunately, pilot did not feel like.
I've been there so much. I don't want to go there again today.
You know.
Yeah.
It's too boring, guys. Just flying aircraft every day. Today, let me kick a ball.
Yeah.
Nobody in your life you want to just fluctuate with their moods.
Yes.
Neither should you. There should be a time you just show up.
Yeah.
The mood notwithstanding. And this is one place I want you to show up. If you are still finding automatic rumination and sadness and heavy feelings around that understandable travesty,
Yeah.
a bad violation, the pain, the injustice is undeniable.
Yeah.
But how much time it's taking out of your life is unjustifiable. In fact, you said sometimes you need to change the story of your life so that those who hurt you don't have the last say.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just move on so that we can be the last one to say something about our life.
Yes.
It's an act of self-pride.
Yeah.
Say, in my friend, you will not be you will not write the last chapter of my life. I'll write
Yes.
another one just to say I control the story.
I'm starting another one.
Just to take back
Yes.
that pride. So what I want you to do is to remember the other things.
Yeah.
When you remember the other things and you start doing them, this one will not heal, but it will stop being the center.
Will not heal.
This will
but
not
will-
heal that.
Yes. Oh, this one will not heal that.
Yeah, it's not
Yes.
a direct solution to that.
Yes.
It's just dragging you away
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Yes.
And when it drags you away to something else, you find energy. Because what discouragement and depression does is sucks energy. Until you feel you can't face tomorrow.
Yes.
You should die today.
Yeah.
So this one is taking you to a place, so there's reason to live. Imagine I laughed today.
Yeah.
Imagine I had some fun.
Because it's like your life depended on that.
Yes.
Now
In
it's
fact,
something else.
many people, after they follow this step you're saying, they usually go all the way to maybe starting a master's or a PhD or a project or a business or if it's a progressive project. For the meantime, it's very encouraged.
Yeah.
What you don't encourage is when you stay here forever.
Yeah.
It's when you stay on this distraction because you're supposed to jumpstart
Yes.
you
Yeah.
to get you from the dark place, out of your house,
Yes.
to get you back to engaging the world, to get you back to doing something.
Yeah.
So this is idea. This is just to remove you from the dark place by remembering what else you like to do. The last thing I want you to do after you've picked yourself from the dark place and in a slow pace, you've started talking other conversations other than love,
Yeah.
is to chip away at the wound a piece by piece, to treat it little by little. Previously, you were facing all of it and it was overwhelming.
Yes.
You're asking 100 questions that cannot be answered at the same time.
Yes.
Now I just want you to pick one at a time, and once you answer it, never ask it again. We stitch one thread at a time.
One thread at a time.
And this kind of stitching, they use it in medicine, and they count how many they have used to be able to tell the extent of the tearing. Yes. In psychology, we are picking a strand. For example, why could this person do such a thing when I done so much for them? The answer there could be a very simple answer. There is no why. It is who they are.
Yeah.
You never deserved it, but they became that kind of a person who doesn't care. So stop waiting for why, because there'll never be a why. It is just because they could.
And once you get that, you
don't ask that.
don't go
ask
there
again.
again.
The second question will be, what will I do all those years I wasted with that person?
Yeah.
The answer could simply be, take the positive. Maybe you learned. Maybe you got children. Maybe you built wealth. Maybe you met new people. So that question of what will I do those years,
Yes.
don't go back to it again.
Yeah.
The next question is, all those people we had told, how will I face them again? All those people knew that way. The simple answer could be, they are also human, experiencing other sides of life you don't know. Those who care about you will understand. Those who don't understand don't matter. Cut them off.
Yeah.
You want people who journey with you as life is. The other thing is, will I ever forgive myself for overlooking the red flags? You are a good heart and you wanted to give these people a second chance.
Yes.
You wanted this to work. So we usually answer a question at a time and discipline yourself not to ask it again. That's why sometimes we write.
Yes.
And once we write, we read the answer, we tear it, as we tear it and spread it, we are done with that. We have shredded that.
Done.
Actually, usually feel the weight cutting off.
So actually, writing is a very good solution.
Yes. And it's a one way to express with clarity the answers to these questions.
And to know where you are.
Those questions could be very many. So were they faking all along? Did I ever know who that person was? And the simple answer could be, they were not faking. They were just weak. Weak people can be fully here. The next time they're also fully there.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
They're not faking, they're just weak. They were sincerely with you. And the next moment, they were sincerely with the other person. What you have that they don't have is self-control and consistency and loyalty and respect and dignity and self-respect. The things you have that they don't have.
Yes.
And when you started out, remember when you start life, sometimes you are small. Both of you are small.
Yes.
In life, age-wise, also financially, in reputation, in your status in society. When you start in life, you don't have a lot.
Yeah.
But when you elevate and you're getting a lot, your space is enlarging, another side is revealed. Other new challenges show up. Fresh battles show up.
Yeah.
New stakes. You get to know this person as a mother. You never knew them as a mother. You get to see them as a mentor to the children. You get to see the person as a father. You get to see this person in front of dignitaries. We start showing up in high places we couldn't show up back then. 10 years down the line, you are honored. And you're showing up in high dignified places.
Yeah.
Also, the invitations to mess up, temptations are more.
Yes.
The allures of this world are getting closer.
Yeah.
You get to see. So maybe this person, as you advance into the deep end of life, their character succumbed. They could not handle this. So instead of beating yourself, did I not see red flags? No, you advanced so far in life, that part of the journey they could not handle it.
Yeah. Yes.
That is very possible. Some of these things you could not foretell because when you started, they were not there.
Yes.
You know, so there are some things you can just actually get to see
while in the process.
Yes. When you ask one question at a time and you close that question never to repeat it, you realize it was becoming a tangled mess because you are repeating questions, mixing up, going back, not closing chapters. So we close more chapters at a time.
Yeah.
At a time. And with time you realize, now I understand it.
Yes.
You even reach acceptance. So this second one is what we usually do, long-term therapy, this kind of coaching, this kind of a personal journeys with you. Imagine a quagmire like that when you're discussing a different question every day for a whole month.
It's a lot.
With a person asking you, let's do this, day 15,
Yes.
day 16.
Yeah.
Because we listed all the questions they want and we got about 30 of them.
Yes.
So each question a day.
Yeah.
And we close our chapter. So we have a whole month.
A whole month of
answering
questions
them.
and
But
answers.
after the month you feel, oof, I no longer have new things to talk about this.
A good way of healing.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me ask this question. Can this process happen when people are still together? Like they're still together, but this person has hurt you so much, but you've not broken apart.
Sometimes living is logistical and you may need to plan and prepare. Because this was a shared home, shared space, shared
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
So if you need to plan, take your time. But I also need to tell you that to detox when you're living with a toxin, it's also very difficult.
Yeah.
Because the triggers keep coming back. You're the one to balance. How soon, there's acceptance and planning. You can get therapy for acceptance and planning. But sometimes in order to open a new chapter, you cannot be the same person. Yes.
Amazing.
Most welcome.
Thank you for that insight. Now, there's this Benjamin Zulu is talking about, and many more insights on this book. What I liked about this book is that this book talks about so many things, different topics in one book. This book also speaks to different people with different experiences. That is a lasting love. And this book, you can get it on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com. See you in the next episode.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the